I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. Okay. I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm just checking this thing and make sure we are actually shall we say uh, having sound coming out of our system now? Because I swear I fixed this the other day. You know, really, I did. I fixed it. Okay, let me see now. Where is my thingamajigger at here? Okay, 14. That's not the one right there. All right, that's not it right there. There we go, right there. Okay. All right. Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Anybody out there? Okay. So let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Comments. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm just checking my thing out here to make sure. New streaming for the one. Okay, forget that. I don't know what's going on with that. All right then. So, uh-huh. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay, here we go. See, there's a problem with my thing here, and I don't know exactly what it is. Right when I think I get it all together, right when I think I get it all together, something always screws up. Come on, man. Okay. Anyway, let me be the one. Can't post alerts. Okay. Anyway, well, forget that. Anyway, so anybody hear me out there? I'm just checking the sound to see whether or not there's anyone that can hear us out there right now because I don't know because I don't want. I got a special Dr. Will Boyd's coming on Monday. Um, okay. Yeah, I don't see him. Oh, there we go. Dr. Will BOYD Monday. I think it's gonna be at 7. I think it's gonna be at 7:30, something like that. Yeah. He's running for he is running for he's running for governor for the state of Alabama. Uh uh young black man. Looks like he got something on the ball there, but not exactly sure, but we gonna see. We gonna check him out on Monday. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna check him out on Monday. Okay, okay. So let me see. So I just need a commo check. Anybody out there give me a? Can anybody hear me out there? I just want to make sure that because Monday I don't want to have this thing going the wrong way. Okay, because I guess I can do it all weekend long. But Dr. Boyd will be with us on Monday. Will Board, matter of fact, what does Will look like? As a matter of fact, I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Uh, Seems like a nice guy. I'm not sure about him yet, but I'm sure he'll make a great governor. Like all of them think they will. Um, let's see. Let me see. Doctor Will Boyd. Okay, Dr. Will Boyd for governor. Yeah, that's him. Okay. So this is the guy that's going to be on Monday. Okay, good, 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 good. This is the guy that's going to be on Monday. Um, so you'll know him. Um, he's running for governor of the state of Alabama. Let me see here. Dream like it. Okay, then. Share the screen over here, and that would be Google. Not him. Oh, there we go, right there. Okay. So Monday, this guy's going to be on. He's going to be talking about his desire to be the governor of the state of Alabama. Nice to see a black man running though. I got to tell you, don't know much about him, but he'll be here on Monday for a little while. So don't sing. Okay, good, good. That means you heard me. that that means that means you heard me. I should be going somewhere right now. But since I'm not going to be here tomorrow, I guess I'll stick around a couple more minutes here. I'm trying to make sure that everything is working. You know, I actually can sing. I can do Kate. My son tells me today it's going to be his first day of calling cadence in his on his PT. You know, that's a guy who keeps the rhythm of the group together. Like one, two, three, one, two, three. I used to call cadence all the time, get the guys marching, making them go. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know, but I think I might jump from an airplane while in flight. Okay, that's okay. That's what he's doing, right? That's what he's doing today. He for the first time, he's going to be a leader of men. We see how that's going to work out. We're going to see if that's going to work out for him. But anyway, this is the guy that's going to be with us on Monday, and interesting man. Well, he seems like, but we haven't. I think he's in. I think he's from Alabama. Yeah, he's somewhere in Alabama, up there, Hoover or something like that. But he's going to be with us, and we're going to talk to him and see whether or not we want to give him a chance. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, then. Okay, now I need somebody to now I need somebody just to wait a minute, hold on, let me get my other thing here, okay, because I need somebody to come make sure my phone is working. Okay, that's what I need. I need to know that the phone is working. Okay. Wow. Yep. Yep. Man spent 38 years in prison and not even get a massive payout. He ought to get a massive payout. And I think before we start keep putting people in prison just for the hell of it, we need to make sure that there's $1 million fund waiting for them if they found out they didn't do it. That way you can go to prison in good faith, because you know somewhere along the line the truth will always come out, and you just got to be. So I think anybody been put in prison, yeah, I think they ought to get a whole lot of money, a whole lots of money for it, for going to prison for years. And these overzealous, which is one of the things I was going to talk about that I didn't get a chance to get to. But these overzealous DAs and all these people just want to get just want to get the just want to get their record of wins at the cost of people their freedom. Oh yeah, there's somebody needs to pay for that. Okay, somebody needs to pay for that. Okay, I'm just telling you, somebody certainly needs to pay for that. That's all I'm saying. Okay, well I guess okay, let me see if I can get my phone work thing here. Let me. Oh, Star Trek. William Shatner is hospitalized. William Shatner is about 90 something years old now. Um, but we're not ready to lose him yet. Okay, I'm just not yet. So let me. Right now I'm doing some testing right now. Okay, so let me um, finish what I'm doing here, and then I'm going to make sure that. Okay, forget that. We want to share this right here. Okay, no, we don't want to do that. Okay, we want to. No, we don't want. Dreams like it, seems like it, seems like it. Okay, now here we're gonna do. Here we go, right there. No, that ain't what we want to do. I'm just trying to set some things up, guys. So don't never mind me at the moment. I'm trying to I'm trying to do something here. Okay. Okay. So that doesn't seem like it wants to work. That don't seem like it wants to work there either. There we go. Okay. There we go. Right there. Okay, now that's what we want. That's what we want to do. Okay. Because I got to make sure my guests come on Monday. I got to make sure that he's, I don't look stupid. Okay. Which it's probably going to take a little bit more than this, but that's okay. All right. Now somebody call me. Just let me know my thing is working. Let me know my phone is working again. Uh, what's the number? 521-2963. Just somebody call it, brother. Just make sure my phone is working. That's all I want to do. Just make sure it's working. Okay. Okay, so he's going to be here on Monday. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, 334-521-2963. You know, right when I got this thing all figured out, no one today is in prison just for the hell of it. 85% of the prisoners are violent offenders. Well, and again, here's the question. Nothing happens in a vacuum. Nothing happens without a reason behind it. And I hear you. And again, I'm with you. But something is wrong in time and space. Why would people are not born? I don't believe so. To want to go out and kill people and do bad things. I don't believe they are. Uh, is it environmental? Probably so. But there are lots of people like the guy I'm just telling you right now. This guy, finna get a big payday. I said, who's he getting a big payday from? Let me see, where is he at here? A big payday because they done had the man in jail for years, knowing he did not do it. Okay. Okay then. Well, that don't seem like it's working either. Okay then. Incoming. Hello.
Just checking your phone.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Can you hear me out there?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. That's what I'm trying. I tell you, some days it works, and some days the days just. I think it's the devil. Okay, he knows that I'm trying to do something here, and he's trying to mess me up.
Mhm.
He's trying to mess me up. That's what he's trying to do. Huh?
Mm.
Well, thank you for
Okay. Well,
calling.
you're welcome. You asked someone to call, and I want to call you.
Well, I appreciate that. That's what I need. Somebody to call me.
All right. Then.
Periodically, anyway. Now, it's a receiving call, so I got a call. The phone's working. Did anybody else hear the person on the phone? Well, I'm looking at the but who made the classroom that way? Who made the classrooms the way that these kids can get away with almost anything? Grown people did. The kids didn't do it. Somewhere along the line, Dr. Sparks' message hit the wrong people. They actually believe that you don't have to discipline kids, but that's not the kids' fault. I mean, if I could do anything and get away with it, I would do it too. I would do it right now if I could. If I could go rob the bank and they know I knew when nobody's going to come after me, I'd go rob the bank. You know. So I'm just saying there's something in time and space that's not right. And is it a cultural thing? I don't know. I mean, these kids don't want to. And what made Charlie Kirk said something. He said, we got women who are getting rid of the men and getting married to the government. Like somehow that makes you independent. It don't make you independent. It makes you dependent on the government. It makes you not really have a whole hell of a lot of freedom. I mean, that's what they say. So I don't know, but okay. Let me see now. Let me see if I can get this working again. So I didn't hear the phone ring. I did not hear the phone ring. So that was a question. Okay, I'll do this. I'll do this over the weekend because I can't figure that out because I didn't hear the phone ring. 334-521-29. Wait a minute, 2963. Okay, so okay, I hear it. I hear it now. All right, that's good. All right, that'll work. All right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can talk to myself and hear it. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see if I can talk to myself. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey, this is me.
can everybody
Can everybody else hear me
out there?
out there?
Yes.
I'm just checking.
Can you hear the
Can you
phone?
hear the phone?
Hello.
Hello.
It's
It's
me.
me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right
All
then.
right then.
That's okay. That's a cell phone. So I heard me. Yeah, I heard me on that one right there. Okay, so that's good. Anyway, I guess it's time to go. But I don't know. We again and again. Listen, a lot of people think that I'm against people with PhDs, and I'm jealous, and I'm this, I'm that. I'm not. But if you're going to come out here, charge us goodles of money to talk to you, when because you have a PhD in psychology, a PhD in education, a PhD or an ED, and you tell me you have all these credentials, but we cannot fix a doggone thing, then you just charging me for no reason because you don't know any more than I do. As a matter of fact, I'd say sometimes I'm smarter than you. Okay, because life experiences teaches us things that no book ever will. Okay, no book ever like this study I came up with the first part of this week about. It's called the Pygmalion. Well, I was pronouncing it until I Pygmalion Pygmalion a study where it shows that, and they did it in 1964, and then they did it again from 65 to 68. They found that if teachers expect more from their students, they'll get more. Okay, now I didn't have a PhD in that. I knew that all the time. People give you People will give you what you expect. At least they will try to give you what you expect anyway. But I don't know. It's time. What do you say? Wait a minute. When you're done asking why and who, it's time now to dish out the consequence. Listen, I'm with you. I'm with you on consequence things. I'm all for the consequence thing. But why have we put our kids in the position that they're in? No discipline in schools, no discipline at home. No, I mean, why have we? What caused the sea change in this country? Okay, and public school has not been a friend of. Public school has not been a friend to our society. They have not been letting people get away with almost anything they want to get away with. They've not been a friend. It used to be a partnership between public school and the parents. It used to be a partnership. Now you still got Shanae and Mary Lou who will still come up to the school acting like a fool. But that wasn't the problem before because all you did is just put them out. Okay. Okay. The Pygmalion. Yeah, gotcha. That is a study that was done by what's the guy's name? No, not Strasbourg. It was a German name. That's all I remember. Okay. Anyway, so this is what I'm doing. Not in the vacuum, but again, kids don't. Yeah, this is live. Yeah, I'm live. I'm here. Kids do not make their own rules. As a matter of fact, we do them a disservice when we don't tell them what the rules are. We do our kids a disservice. We don't tell them what the rules are. Um, we make excuses for their behavior and stuff like that. Now, I used to think I was tough. I did. I thought I was tough. I realized I thought I was tough as I don't know what was Z, but I really wasn't. His mama was tough. I mean, she's the one tough. I'm not really. But I always figured that the man should be like a 2x4. You know, if things get thick, yeah, and the break. Listen, I'm telling you, listen. Um, Again, that's a call because some of these kids have been told they can't do anything. There won't be anything. I mean, and if you can't make the football team, and if you can't make a good rap record, then I guess your career is over. I guess your career is over. We're not We are not in regular public school. We are not challenging our kids enough. Now, Valiant Cross has showed us the way. Valiant Cross School has went out there to the same neighborhoods, grabbed the same people, and making gentlemen out of them, making them scholars, making them a great future. They're gonna most of those kids now everybody, most of those kids who graduate from that school, go through that whole program, will be successful in life. I have no doubt because if nothing else, they know how to act. And that's half the problem. That's half the problem right there. Some of these kids don't know how to act. Okay. Pygmalion. Yeah. Okay. I won't forget how to spell that, how to say that. Pygmalion. It's that PYG thing, on that letter, PYG, Pygmalion. Okay, I got it. Look up the study. And you see what I'm talking about. Okay. It's called Pygmalion study. Came out in 1963. Anyway, I was just checking my phones and everything because I couldn't figure out why the people couldn't hear the callers this morning. My guests. Anyway, good morning. What's going on there, Mr. M?
Hey, nothing much, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm just messing. I got Mr. Brock.
Figure out your.
I got that guy running for governor. The black guy running for governor on Monday. So all my equipment's working.
Oh wow, I see. We were talking about children. It's really about setting expectations and expecting them to meet those expectations.
Yes.
And not accepting anything else, without reasonable consideration to, whatever their deficiencies are. But you set your expectations, they will meet them if you reinforce the idea. What I mean by that is hold them to account for their actions. But the problem that we have with the public school system, and not just this one, but systems across
America. Yeah, just across America.
Right. It's that they're governed by rules and laws, and then some states, depending on how poor they are subservient to the federal government, meaning that they're depending on federal funds, in order to keep those schools running. Well, part of the requirement is that they match you dollar for student that you have in your school system, where the school systems are forced to tolerate certain behaviors short of extreme violence.
But let me ask you a question. Most kids that are homeschooled, who don't take one dime of the government money,
right,
are 90% of the time a lot more disciplined and a lot more educated than people who go to school. And they got rules at home. The problem is they don't have enough rules in school.
Well, yeah, but the reason why they're more disciplined and so forth at home, because the parents are not governed by the same rules that your public school system as a system is. And then also, the kids, ideally speaking, will respect their parents in the home more so than they would those that are educators. But that's relative, though, because you have some kids don't respect their parents, and that's the reason why you have those issues in school. Because you tell a kid you're going to call their parent, they'll tell you go ahead, because they're not going to do anything, or they're not going to be around.
Maybe you can answer it. And I know we as Black people, we just don't want to have this conversation of why our kids and why our young adults are acting crazy as hell outside, killing, robbing, and going through people's neighborhood. If you look on that app called neighborhood something, you see nothing but Black kids out in people's driveways in the middle of the night trying to break in their cars. What the hell happened?
Well, Kevin, you just said it. In the middle of the night, kids, no supervision, and no supervision, in their homes, and no supervision, in the school system, as relative to the kids. And I always said this, Kevin. I've always said this to you, and also probably other talk show hosts, when you all were on 1440. I said that they're not in the classrooms; they're going to be in your living room by way of the courtroom, and they're going to enter the system. And school is very essential when it comes to, educating these kids, giving them an education where they have options. And you heard of that old mind as a devil's workshop. If a student or a child is not in school, what are they to do? They're going to be out there roaming around. They're not going to have any reason to get up in the morning, so they're going to be out all times of the night. And then you ask yourself, where the parent and what parent would allow their child to be unaccounted for all times of the night? Man, I can remember when I was a senior in high school, and I had to be in the house by 10. That's if I was outside the house.
Oh, wait a minute. Your mama let you stay out till 10?
like I said, that's if I was outside the house, but my senior year during the summer, I can remember going to a school community dance over at Carver Community Center.
Mm-hmm.
And I was supposed to be in the house at a certain time. And you remember that commercial that used to come on and say, it's
Do you know
10
your
o'clock?
kids at? Yeah. Do you know your kids?
Man, I walked in the house thinking I was going to beat that time. Man, I walked into a slap right at my mom was waiting on me. And as soon as I opened the door and broke that plane, I got slapped outside the house because I stayed out with my friends and I was supposed to be in. And she trusted me. And get this, I was in the 12th grade. I was in the 12th grade, man. So, I got, immediately after my 12th grade year, as soon as I graduated, I joined the Army. But I had no issues in the Army for following rules because I had to follow rules at home. So they chewed you out in the Army, they smoked you and everything else. I had no issues with it. Yeah, it was hard, it was a shock, but I knew how to follow rules and directions. Why am I sharing this with you, Kevin? I'm gonna tell you why. You got some people to say, well, just put them in the military. Just put them in the military.
No, we don't
Wrong
want
answer.
We
don't want them.
We don't want
them. They'll get you killed, man, because if they have an issue with authority figures in the home, and, your school systems, you as an NCO tell them to take that hill and they'll tell you to kiss their butt and you take it. Man, they could kill your whole platoon, if not squad, at least. So I wouldn't want nobody like that. And I trained soldiers. I was an AIT instructor. There's no way in the world I would have been able to take somebody at the qualification range and they thinking they know better than I do and mess around and compromise my career because they either shoot themselves or shoot someone else by accident. Not to mention grenades, but they don't do live grenades like we did back in the day. But, those are the issues you will struggle with. So, again, it starts in the house when it comes to education or when it comes to that child's quality of life outside the home when they do eventually leave the home.
Mm.
So that's where we are. You did well with, your son. He came out flying colors. He's about to begin his career in his life, and he's done well. And it's because of your supervision, your parenting skills. You're a seasoned parent, and that's one of the other benefits of not having a child raising a child. How can a boy raise a man? You can't. A boy cannot raise a man. And that's what you got, 16, 17, 18-year-old boys, sometimes 21-year-old boys, fathering children.
Hell, 21, you're talking about 30-year-old boys out here now.
Yeah. I have no idea because you know why, Kevin? You can't be what you don't see. Because if you was to track their heritage or their family, line, you'll find that they didn't have fathers or
but why? And again, until we as Black people have this conversation about the lack of dads, not the lack of fathers. Everybody's got a father, but the dad is that relationship between that child and you. Until we willing to have this conversation, because right now we're having family reunions in prison.
Oh, yeah, fathers and sons, man, uncles, and it's almost like a ritual or legacy, and it's sad, but it is because when you're in that bubble, if you're living in a bubble where crime is a status, and everything, you're not going to expect to see anything other than what you see.
But why we won't have the conversation? Well, why? And people, you're conflating this, and we need to have this conversation in our community. We do.
Exactly. Yeah, we should. And like you said earlier, you were talking about a particular school earlier, and one of the benefits of that particular school is that they do have that conversation. Right. Not only do they have that conversation, they act on it.
Yeah.
And then they're not afraid of those communities because they go in it. In fact, I can remember if a kid didn't show up to school, they would load up and go and find that child. So not only are they educating them in school, but they go and they track them. And believe it or not, children appreciate that, to know that they're wanted and everything. So that's where they go out and they step out. Well, your MPS system, you can't do that. You don't do that. Yeah. For liability issues, liability reasons, lack of teachers, and resources and all. You don't do that. But that's one of the benefits of your private schools, and other schools that have the flexibility to be able to do things like that, Yeah. But it takes one parent at a time, man. And again, you can't be what you don't see. Yeah. And we got to make sure they see it, regardless of whether we're biological or fathers. We can be surrogate fathers. And I find myself being surrogate fathers to some of these kids out there. I tell them, hey, I love you. But how can you say I love you? You don't even know anything about me. Because I love your potential. I know what you can be, and I believe in you. But more importantly, it's important for you to believe in you.
Yeah.
You know, you have to remind these kids that, you know, in life, it's not what you're looking at that matters so much. It is what you see beyond your circumstances. And some of their circumstances are in a community where there appears to be no hope, or in a community of crime where everybody that is celebrated have been to prison or that's broken the law, what have you. They got to see beyond that. And that particular school you were talking about has a lot to do with exposure. They expose these kids, they pull out of these communities to other things outside the communities, giving them an idea or you know, an idea of hope. You know, to expect more, expect better. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to succumb to where you are. Your situation does not have to be your destination.
That's right. Hey man, I got to run, but appreciate you. I'm just checking out my stuff for my guests on Monday. Appreciate you. We'll be back, but before we go, let me tell you about my charter sponsor of our show, which is One Stop Wireless at 3445 Atlanta Highway in Montgomery. They're right on the corner of Atlanta Highway and Coliseum Boulevard, right there in that it's a gas station there, and you will be able to go in there and get your phone. Now, let me tell you one of the things they do over there that nobody does. If in fact you have a phone and it's been sitting around for a long time because you didn't pay the people for the phone, you know, you kind of like said, well, you know, I can't afford that bill. But now you're in a better position. They can turn that phone on for you. Okay. Put it on their system, turn that phone on for you, give you a better price than you had initially when you got it. Okay, so you need to give them a call. Give Sharika a call, 334-320-2988. That's 334-320-2988. They're located right on the corner of Atlanta Highway and Coliseum Boulevard. You can't meet it. It's a Shell gas station right there. They're right on the left of it. So if you're coming down Atlanta Highway, they're on the left. So I mean, just give them a call, tell them you heard me talk about them. Just call them and say you heard me talk about whether you need a phone or not. Say, hey, you know, if we need an issue with phones, we need a phone. She got used phones, she got Apple phones, she got Samsung phones, she got that Google phone thing. They got all kinds of phones. Okay, they sell all kinds of things that you can use for your phone, and they sell a couple more things too. Wireless, and they got speakers that you can put in your house and hook your phone up to them and listen to your music, your playlists on your iPhone or your Android phone, whichever you want to do, your YouTube thing. So anyway, so One Stop Wireless, 3445 Atlanta Highway. Okay, 3445 Atlanta Highway, right on the corner of Atlanta Highway and Coliseum Boulevard. There's a Shell gas station there. They're in that little complex right there. Okay, you can't beat them. Let's do some business with people who do business with us. Okay, I'm just saying, and they do good work. I've been with them 10 years. I love them. They never had a problem with them at all. Prices are right. The customer service is excellent, and we got a young black male in there that's a really good guy. I mean, I would hire him if I had something to hire him for, but I can't afford to pay him right now. But anyway, again, One Stop Wireless at 3445 Atlanta Highway. The phone number is 334-320-2988. And if you got a nice phone in the house that's been there for a while, it's been off because you didn't feel like paying the brothers, I feel you now. They can turn it on. They know how to turn that phone on, okay, and give you some service on that telephone. So just give her a call up there, 334, because I had 5 phones in there, right? Five of them. It's a long story. Anyway, One Stop Wireless, 33445 Atlanta Highway. Again, that number one more time is 334-320-2988. Get those phones, put those phones to use. Don't be going buy a new phone. Don't be chasing technology like I used to do it all the time. And all you do is 8 months later, you see the same phone they wanted $1,000 for. You'll see it in a pawn shop for like $200. I'm just saying, don't chase. If you got some phones in the house, they're not working, you paid for them, but you couldn't afford the high prices that AT&T and Verizon charge you, they can turn it on. They can work with you. So ask Sharika. They're down there. One Stop Wireless, 3445 Atlanta Highway, right on the corner of Atlanta Highway and Coliseum Boulevard. Okay. Again, give them a call, 320-2988. Hey, I got to go. We'll see you Monday. I won't be here tomorrow, but use them phones. Get them phones turned. As a matter of fact, hey, listen, you get them old phones you got, you can get it turned and then charge somebody else for it. And just because they got bad credit. A lot of folks around here got bad credit. Matter of fact, since I lost my job, I got a couple of little bad credit. Now I got to go fix all that back up. Whew. What did Malcolm X say? If you don't own it, it ain't yours. Right? Cumulus stuck it to me. But I love working for him, though. It was fun. Anyway, we'll see you. As a matter of fact, I got an appointment next week with somebody who wants to put me back on the radio. I don't know where. It's in Prattville somewhere. But we'll see. We'll see how it all works out. But I ain't going to give up my podcast stuff. We ain't going to do that. This is my second home. So have a good day. Have a great weekend. And unless there's some breaking news or something like that, I'll be back on Monday. Will Boyd, not Will Boyd, it belongs here, Dr. Will Boyd, who's running for the governor of the state of Alabama. He'll be those Monday sometime. We'll see what time it's going to be. I think around 7:30 or 8:30, one of them days. Anyway, see, now he won't be here, but he'll be online with us. Okay, so have a good afternoon, and remember, it is not falling that gives you the strength. It is getting up every time you do. So I can tell you, keep getting up. See ya. When I wouldn't want to be ya. Bye.